In order to pass the nuclear power plant staff skills test, Homer was transferred to the basement by his secretary.
Homer, why are we down here?
Oh, jeez. I told you, Bernie, to guard the bee.
But why?
Oh, you guys are pathetic. No wonder Smithers made me head bee guy.
The jar broke and the bees flew out. Homer, seeing this, panicked and ran to catch the bees. Meanwhile, the prosecutor's office was curious about the whereabouts of safety officer Homer. Burns lied, claiming that he was serving as the nuclear fusion chairman in Geneva.
No! The bee bit my bottom! No, my bottom's big!
Forced to sit at the safety control panel, Homer was completely lost. Since he knew nothing, he just randomly started pressing buttons. As he fumbled with the controls, the entire plant began to shake violently.
Must destroy mankind. Ooh, lunchtime.
However, this was just a simulator. Why was there such a big reaction? Not wanting to continue the hassle, Burns decided to bribe them with money. But the female inspector had strong principles and refused to accept the bribe. She believed Homer had to go back to university for further studies before he could return to his job.
Gentlemen, I've decided there will be no investigation now. If you excuse me, I'll go away.
Burns, along with a group of people, found Homer and told him that he would only be able to keep his job if he went to university. In order to maintain his livelihood, Homer filled out countless university application forms. In the end, he added a photo from his birthday party to the application. Needless to say, all the applications were rejected.
Don't! Woohoo! Flyer for a hardware store. Don't!
Since that didn't work, Homer decided to pull out his ultimate trick.
You don't know, do you?
No, ma'am.
Although Homer was out of luck, Burns still had a way. As a well-known capitalist in Springfield, he also served on the board of Springfield University. Soon, he had the university's management team brought in. The group unanimously agreed that Homer was unqualified for university. Seeing this, Burns decided to use a baseball bat to deal with those who weren't complying.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
I'm giving you the beating of your life.
The man, seeing this, suggested that Burns could simply speak directly rather than going to such lengths. Homer finally got his university acceptance letter. In his excitement, he burned the high school diploma hanging on the wall.
I am smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
As soon as Homer arrived at school, he shouted "nerd" at a passing glasses-wearing student. Marge thought this was very rude. Homer, however, explained that at university, there were only two types of people, nerds and athletes. As an athlete, bullying nerds was both his duty and his obligation.
Pardon me?
At the freshman mixer, Homer secretly poured strong liquor into the drinks. Unexpectedly, when a classmate noticed, they immediately exposed it. The reaction in real life was clearly very different from what is shown on TV.
It's a crusty, bitter old dean.
What shocked Homer even more was that the principal had once been a bassist in a band. Facing such an attention-seeking person, Homer became even more enraged. When classes officially started, the professor was giving a lecture on the use of proton accelerators. As a 10-year veteran employee at the nuclear power plant, Homer decided to give the class a demonstration.
I will. In there, guys.
Thanks, Homer.
However, when the dean learned of this, he didn't reprimand Homer. Instead, he arranged for him to stay in the nerd dormitory.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! We are the knights who say...
Neat.